discover your skills and start a business. So in the next couple of minutes, that's what we're going to be talking about today. My name is Erica Leary, and business owners and entrepreneurs hire me to help them find hidden money in their businesses. So typically I work with the established businesses, but what we're talking about today is if you are wanting to start your own business, how can you discover the skills that you need to start your own business? Well, what are your skills? That's where we need to go, because you can learn any of the business skills along the way, right? But what is your business going to be about? It's going to be about you. And that is the most important thing that you want to take home right now, is build a business about you. So what are those skills that you have to offer, that you can use to help other people in their lives, in their businesses, or in anything else? So how are you going to discover those skills? I would say the first thing you want to do is just reflect. What are you doing right now? What is your current line of work? Where have you worked in the past? And don't just think of your job title, but what kind of projects did you work on? Where did you really shine? I mean, maybe it has nothing to do with what you're currently doing. Maybe you worked on a project and you realized, wow, my organizational skills are out of control, or my leadership skills or something, right? So figure out where your talents lie, what you see in yourself, in your current job, in your past jobs, obviously what you're doing right now. But then kind of look a little bit deeper, like I said, something where you feel like you shined. If you want to start an expert business, what you're going to do is you're going to teach other people your skills. So you're thinking, oh, I don't know, I don't have any skills. Or maybe you're an accountant and you don't want to teach accounting. That's okay. You have a lot of other skills. You just aren't thinking about it because you have zeroed in on one thing that you do. So let's think of some other things that you do. Obviously, if you want to teach accounting online, there are plenty of people that want to learn it. Business owners would love to be able to have basic accounting, to be able to do their accounting. But anyway, neither here nor there. So ask your friends and family, what is it that they see in you? What do they think your skills are? Soft skills, hard skills, whatever. What do they think that you are skilled at? Just say, hey, what do you think I'm good at? What do you see in me that I could help you with? Or when would you ask me for help? What would you be doing when you would ask me for help? That's a great question, right? Because maybe they would ask you to come over and build shelves with them, and maybe that's not something you're real interested in doing. That's okay. Let them say whatever they think of, and then you can filter through all of the answers later. But get a nice list of all of your own personal thoughts. Ask old bosses, your current boss, colleagues, if you're comfortable doing that. If you're not, ask family, ask friends, ask people that you know in networking or whatever. Then think, okay, what were some of my past successes? Did you get any certificates? What were they in? Go as far back as you want to go. You want to go back to elementary school? Go for it. If it applies, it applies. If it doesn't, it doesn't. Maybe you got a certificate in singing and you know that you're a terrible singer. Okay, discard it. But maybe you got a certificate in how you relate to your other classmates, and you realize that that is one of the positions or the strengths that you have, and that is what got you into your position now. Is that your position now? Probably not. But is that where you shine? Maybe. So just think about any kind of certificates that you've had, any awards that you had. Then think of anything that you personally felt was a success. So I can give you a small crazy one that I felt like was a success and that I was excited about. I would not use this, but I do use it in other ways. So I write all of these things down. It's a great activity. But I remember when I was living in a house by myself and my garbage disposal broke. And of course, being a girl and alone, a garbage disposal is critical. I don't want to be digging down and cleaning out the little thing that holds all the food. No. So I call my dad. My dad's like, yeah, I'll come over on the weekend and fix it for you. So I'm like, it's Tuesday. That's not working. So I call my brother, who lived a little bit closer, but I figured my chances were higher with my dad. I call my brother, and he's like, fix it yourself. And I was like, what? So he tells me there's this little tool in the drawer, get it out, twirl it around, whatever. He tells me how to fix it. It's a 30-second fix. I fix it, and it's done. And I'm like, top of the world, right? Now, am I going to use that skill as something I'm going to teach other people how to fix a garbage disposal? No, I'm not. But did it teach me about something? Did it teach me something about myself? Yes, right? It's a skill. To me, it was realizing that I can do things on my own, that I am a lot more independent than I realized that I am, that I don't necessarily need to rely on other people. So is that something that I sell? No, but it is something that I talk about with my clients. It is something that I use in my own tool belt to help other people when I feel like they're in a place where, hey, just do it yourself comes into play, right? So maybe it's not going to help you today, but write it down anyway. You never know when it's going to come in. Anyway, past successes, something that you did great. Right? I know. I used to teach English. That's not what I do right now for a living. But what did I do well? I taught really well. So I equate that with consulting because I am able to see what your issues are, pinpoint exactly what your personal needs are, and get to the heart of it and help you get through that. And that's one of the things that I really do well. And I have the patience and blah, 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 blah. It doesn't really matter. But my point is, one thing leads to another thing. I do marketing really well. So that's how I kind of wrapped it all into what I wanted to do. So look at your past jobs, your past successes, ask family and friends, look at your own things that you're doing. But then think about what makes you feel strong, powerful. What is it that you're doing when you're like, yeah, kind of like that garbage disposal thing, but think of as many as you can. What I like to do is just put a timer on 5 minutes, 10 minutes, and just one question at the top of the page and write and think of as many examples. Don't go into details about each example. You can go back and do that later. But maybe, a word or a line about it and maybe why it made you feel that way, another word or a line. And that's it. Move to the next one. Move to the next, move to the next, move to the next. So if you come up with 100 of these by the time you're done, woo, that is amazing. You only need one, right? You only need one. So come up with as many as you can come up with and then go back over that list. What do you really feel is like kind of getting you excited and getting your wheels turning? Because that's the one. So one of the other things is, what do you do naturally well? Write those down too. What is it that just comes naturally to you? So maybe public speaking is something that just comes so naturally to you, but you've never had a job in public speaking. There are a lot of people that's really, really, really difficult for them. So it's never crossed your mind. But that's a skill that a lot of people need, and you could teach them and help teach them. So it needs to be something that you're very good at, that you're super skilled at, that you are also excited about. So if you need to do this activity once, do it once. If you need to do it once every day for 7 days, I say if you're going to do it like that, don't look at day one when you start day two. One question at the top of the page and then just free flow, right? And remember, write 1 or 2 words or lines about each thing and move to the next, move to the next, move to the next. When you're done doing this, go back over all of it and just try to narrow it down to the top, 1 if you can. But at the beginning, if you need to, just narrow it down to your top 5 and mull over it. Think about it for the next week or so and just start thinking, where is your mind going? Maybe narrow it down to those top 5, do the activity all over again with a sheet of paper, 1 sheet of paper and all the ideas you can come up with for that one thing. What's going to end up happening is your mind is going to get stuck on one of them. You're going to get excited. You're going to start, not being able to go to sleep at night because you're thinking of ideas for that one thing. When you get to that point, you know that's the one. And then you can start developing it further. But figure out what that skill is before you move to the next step. All right, this is Erica Leary. I'm excited that you are excited about getting started in business. It's a fun thing to do. I think right now in time, people are thinking more and more about starting their own businesses, and it does not mean you need to quit your 9 to 5. You can do it at night, you can do it on the weekends, you can do it in your own time if you're thinking about a business that's all about how you can help somebody else and your skills. So drop me a message below this video if you'd like to have the 4 simple steps to build your own bold business. I'd love to send that over to you in a DM free of charge. I am not going to ask you for your email or anything else. Just drop me a message or a comment below and I will send it right over to you. Have an amazing day.